While at home, his parents laid rotting in the house he Hello there. My name is Dr. Peter Persil, psychiatrist and neurosurgeon. Every now and then I like to go over an old case where a horrific murder may have happened, or basically a true story that inspired the horror fiction we all know and love. Of course, in my black file here, I have the Brian Blackwell case. So, Brian Blackwell. Well, the son to two people, Jacqueline and Brian Blackwell, his father, also known as Big Brian, both had their son. Brian Blackwell Sr. had two children from a previous marriage, whilst his mother, his parents met in the late 60s, and Brian Blackwell Jr. was their only son they had together. Of course, he was seen as a hardworking young chap who wanted to be a doctor. He also had a fascination with tennis, creating in his mind that he was the best and hoped to be better than Andy Murray. Of course, he wanted to be a doctor and a tennis player. Went to university, wanted to go to Edinburgh and stuff. But in the July of 2004, Brian Blackwell Jr. committed the most horrific attack on his parents. The young boy, teenager, Brian Blackwell, had brutally murdered his parents, striking his father with a hammer, killing him, and then the same with his mother, killing her, butchering them too with a knife, stabbing them. Of course, after this, Brian Blackwell left the bodies of his parents right where he killed them. And of course, this is when he took his young girlfriend, at the time 17-year-old Amel Saddle. They went on an expensive luxury holiday to New York, where they indulged in the rich lifestyle. Everything paid for. While at home, his parents laid rotting in the house he killed them in. Of course, his girlfriend, thinking she'd been treated like a princess, thought nothing of it. And of course, when Brian Blackwell came home, he never went inside. Told the neighbours that his parents were away in Spain in their villa and he was just watching over their home. Of course, for weeks, a very long time, the bodies were left rotting. so later, quite a while later, long enough for the bodies to start attracting flies. That's what the neighbour noticed, a smell from the house. And of course that smell was the stench of decomposing bodies. And of course, that's when the neighbour was about to make the most horrific discovery ever. The bodies of Brian and Jacquline Blackwell. Yes. He went round to their house and knocked on the door, but noticed something. Flies. All over the place, all over the door, the window, buzzing away. Of course, the neighbour thought that was somewhat strange. Flies buzzing all over that door and the windows, so he went to investigate. Nobody answered, and with the stench of dead bodies, he felt suspicious and called the police. The police forced entry into the house, making a horrific discovery, finding Brian Blackwell Sr. slumped on a chair, an armchair of course, and his mother, well, his wife, Jacquline Blackwell, laid face down in a pool of blood, murdered. According to the neighbour, he saw the girlfriend Amel a few days after they returned from New York, asking general things. Did they have a lovely time? Did they do this, that or the other? Of course, the neighbour then said, after making the shocking truth of the bodies, it was the worst day of his life. And of course, who would not forget making very, very bleak discoveries like that? Brian Blackwell, of course, was the #1 suspect. At first he put on a good show, pretending that he didn't know nothing and that he was breaking down in tears and crying. But of course, all the evidence had pointed to him. Finally, after a few days of questioning and interrogation, he confessed to killing his parents, committing the brutal murders. His girlfriend, Amel, was shocked and horrified to discover that her boyfriend would do such a horrible thing and stuff. Of course, Brian Blackwell Jr. had fantasized about a lot of things. About being the greatest tennis player. About being a good doctor. Of course, we all have a bit of rage in us all the time. It's just a majority of us have it controlled and contained. But of course, what is it that makes a person that's had a normal and kind upbringing to two lovely parents want to make these horrific murders and crimes? We may never know. Of course, animals have that urge to kill all the time. But us humans, we have ways of controlling our raging beast within us. And of course, everybody asks the question, can you come back from such a horrible murder, such as killing your parents? Of course, Brian and Jacquline Blackwell brought their son, Brian Blackwell Jr., into this world, and he took them out of it. We sometimes do and say things to our parents that we don't mean when we're angry. But of course, for Brian Blackwell, this was, well, literally true. What is it that makes us tick? We all have that button in us, but we are wise to not push it. But sometimes people are unwise to do so. Well, that's pretty much it for this session. Well, I have been Dr. Peter Persil, and this has been the Dr. Persil treatment. If you like this video, be sure to give it a like and share with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe to the official Random Horror YouTube channel and to hit that notification bell. You can also find all the social media links for Random Horror down in the description, along with the group, the Random Horror Madhouse, which I, Dr. Persil, am the director of. Well, I do hope to see you again. Until next time, don't have nightmares.